YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and we are back with another fragrance video, all right? So, Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock on this channel, man. We're not tolerating no nugga. Trying to be cool. No negativity. Again. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video, all right? So, Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel. No negative vibes, man. Zero. We're not doing it, all right, in 2024 and beyond, all right? So, hopefully everyone is doing well. All right, man, so I've been stating, over the past few weeks, the channel is growing, and a lot of my older videos are starting to, comments are starting to be left on them, and questions and suggestions on my older style videos. So I appreciate that for sure, man, because it's creating newer content. So on one of my Middle Eastern videos, clone videos I did a while back, someone asked me, could I provide some beast mode clone options, all right? The beast mode clone options. I thought I did something like that before, but not necessarily what he's asking. And he asked for 10 to 12 plus hours, does not get it. Me being a content creator in this fragrance lane, I don't want to not give the people what they want, all right? And this is a title that I could contribute to, so here we go. All right, so we have 7 of my strongest, most beast mode style of clone fragrances, bang for your buck options. I know the conversation of clones is either this way or that way. Well, I'm a fan of them. I appreciate them. I get it. Bang for your buck. You don't need a lot of money to smell great. And with that being said, let's get into these 7 beast mode clone style fragrances. All right, up first, man, from the house of Maison Alhambra, we have Hercules. Now, for those who don't know, Hercules is a direct inspired by fragrance from Parfums de Marly, Herod, all right? Herod is one of the most popular from the house. I think Herod and Layton and Carlisle are like the 3 that really represent Parfums de Marly in popularity, all right? Even though there's tons of others, those are the 3 I hear talked about the most, all right? And what Hercules does, it does what Herod does, and you get this cherry, tobacco, vanilla type vibe. Very sweet, a cinnamon presence for sure. Sweet, slightly spicy, but the DNA of this is really good. It's really good. Very mass appealing style of fragrance for sure, and that's why so many people like it off the rip. Quality is there. For sure. And in Hercules, it really mimics that. Even though it's very rare you hear me say that I'm going to take the original over the clone, but this gets really close. I don't like to do percentages, but someone's going to ask. So if I had to do a percentage, how close is this to Herod? I'm going to say it's in the 90th percentile. So it's kind of like Herod with a twist, all right? But this performs. I get 10 to 12 hours easy. Easy 10 to 12 hours. You spray it on your clothes, you might even get longer performance with it being sprayed on your clothes. So Hercules is just one of those ones, great for the cooler weather, the cold weather. You step outside and this thing is going to carry. The sillage is a bubble, a cloud that wraps around you. So you're not going to need that many sprays. So if you're a heavy sprayer, I would kind of be cautious, very cautious of that, but do what you do. This is the beast mode fragrance for sure. From the house of Maison Alhambra, we have Hercules from Maison Alhambra. All right, up next, one of the most popular right now in the fragrance community, especially when discussing clones, but this one is a monster as well, beast mode for sure. From the house of Paris Corner, we have Rafficat. Now, the Rafficat is mimicking and inspired by fragrance of YSL's Baby Cat, all right? So the Baby Cat DNA, the Baby Cat Rafficat conversation is very real. The hype is real on both of these, and I do have a sample of Baby Cat, and obviously I have Rafficat, and the performance and the DNA of these fragrances are exceptional. Now for me with this one, it's a different type of beast mode. So Hercules is something that just kind of projects. This is something that starts off with a nice projection, but then it dials it in a bit and creates a more intimate sit bubble. And I chose this one because if you're spending the day with your significant other, or you're in close quarters, or you're in a more intimate setting, no matter what it is, and you're looking for something to not be so loud but have some staying power, this is it. This really comes off the chest, sits at the chest. Once it dries down, it settles in for the most of the day. And this is has a richness and a spice to it and a sweetness to it as well. So if you're having a meeting, all right, you're in meetings all day long, and it's a cooler type of day, or you're going out on a date and you and that, that special person of yours is, just really chilling, this is something to consider because it has staying power. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. You're going to have to take a shower to get this off, at least the experience on my skin and my clothes, because I do spray my clothes as well. All right, so great performance. Beast mode all day long is what I get with the DEDRICKHJR, and it's definitely worth looking into for sure. From the House of Paris Corner, another beast mode fragrance, we have DEDRICKHJR. All right. Up next, I want to speak to maceration real quick, because maceration is real when it comes to these clone fragrances, especially from these Middle Eastern houses. They make them very, very quickly and they push them out. But once everything settles, the oils and everything inside of the bottles really settle, your fragrance develops. And this development is serious, okay? From the house of Lattafa, once again, we have Hijazi Intense Silver. One of my favorite cologne fragrances to wear, especially during the warmer months. Man, this beautiful citrus and orange and grapefruit combo up top. You got this oceanic feel, you get this ambery sweetness as well. This is a YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electric with the twist style of a DNA. You definitely get elements of Blue Electric, La Nuit de l'Homme in this bottle. But here's the thing, when I first got this bottle, man, the performance wasn't great. I got around like 5 to 6 hours, which is good. It's good, but I wore it to work, and I usually work like 10-hour days, 9-10-hour days, and I wore it to work, and I noticed that it just kind of flailed out pretty decent when I first got this. And I didn't wear it for a while, and then one day I wore it, and I was noticing like, yo, this is kicking, this is performing. Like, this is different from when I was wearing it a year ago, and I've had this almost 2 years, almost 2 years now, so a year and a half at least, but the performance of this has really picked up. So that's why I'm speaking to maceration, because when a lot of these clone fragrances, especially from the Middle Eastern world, they need a chance to really settle down. And when they settle down and continue to develop, man, you get really, really something great, and dare I say, different from how you first experienced. So beast mode all day long. The citrus and the amber really stay on my skin and create a beautiful scent trail. So if you're looking for something in the warmer weather, or even in the fall, this could work beautifully in the fall weather for sure. Looking at this if you're looking for some solid performance. All right, from the house of Lattafa, once again, we have Hijazi Intense Silver. And remember what I said, some of these fragrances, man, once they macerate for a little while, I mean, you're really dealing with something really nice, super duper bang for your buck, especially if you're on the performance style. All right, the next thing that we're going to be talking about are the strongest. These are the horses, the real horses. Now we're going 15, 24 hours. I'm not joking, bro. 15, 24 hours of performance from the house of Maison Alhambra. Good Lord, we have Tabak. If you know, you know, and a lot of y'all know. This is a clone of, I believe it's Dior's Tabacalor. I have a decant of that as well. Very, very close in style. But this is crazy, bro. One spray, 24 hours. I'm not lying to you. You get this honey and peach kind of tobacco-y type of vibe with this thing. One of the greats for the cold weather for sure, especially on the clone side of things. Tabacalor is a unique DNA, and Tabac captures that, man. Very, very close. Tabacalor is a little bit more smoother. It is more smoother than this, but once these things start to dry, then man, they're really, really similar. But with that being said, one spray, 24 hours. You're gonna have to scrub this off. You're gonna have, I probably would avoid spraying your clothes with this one, unless you're got like a, a t-shirt or something, you know what's going in the wash. But if it's like a jacket or something that you might have to be sitting to get dry clean, or you might wear that jacket another time before you get it dry cleaned or something like that, I'd hold off on spraying it. because if you spray it on your jacket, it ain't going nowhere. You spray it on your clothes, it ain't going nowhere. So this is just one of those nuclear bombs of a fragrance. So if you're into that and you want that, look into tobacco. Again, it's honey and peach and tobacco type of combination. Combination is this great stuff. Hell of a performer. It might even go longer. And how I know it's 24 hours, because I sprayed it on the shirt, a hoodie, and I was out and about throughout the day. It was cooler out and it just was going, man. I'm getting compliments throughout the day. People are asking me, complete strangers are asking me, yo, what's going on, bro? What are we wearing? Like, what's going on? Complete strangers. And it was this, man. So I did some laundry a few days later and it was still coming off my hoodie, Beast Mode. From the house of Mason Alhambra, we have Tobacco. Hell of a fragrance here, man, for sure. All right, up next, not going to spend too much time on this because this is probably the most popular one, and most people probably have this one out of everything. I know the conversation of this fragrance has gone kind of, in a negative way with newer bottles, but I can't attest to that, so I won't. From the house of Rasasi, you know what it is, Rasasi Hawass. This is wild. Told the story before, my most complimented fragrance ever. 9 compliments in one day. And some of the compliments that I get, it be from people from across the way. Now, I only sprayed this 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 times, that's what we spray. Boom, 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 boom. In the summertime, we riding. But the compliments I were getting were from people who were walking by me, or they were coming into my space. Y'all know the story of this, man. This Invictus clone, yes or no? They say this came out first before Invictus. Will we ever know? I don't care. But aquatic, sweet, slightly spicy. There's some body to this thing. I get the cinnamon comes off of my skin really, really well. The plum is juicy and it's just there, man. Bubblegum style of a scent. It just works. And in the summertime, nuclear performance. Beast Mode, no doubt. Y'all know it already probably. From the house of Rasasi, we have Rasasi Hawass. All right, and last but not least, man, this is tough. This stuff is tough. From the house of Paris Corner, from the Ministry of Oud line, all right, we have Oud Satin. Now, this is the only extrait de parfum. This is the only extrait de parfum in this collection. I have one more. I was looking like, where's the other fragrance at? This is the only extrait de parfum in this video, and it performs like that. You understand me? Golly. So this is a clone of Macy's Francis Kirkchand's Oud Satin Mood. And the rose, this is a rosy, powdery type of fragrance. That's mostly what I get here. There's a slight spice to it in the opening, but a beautiful, fresh and powdery and rich rose mixed with a nice tonka bean and a vanilla in here. This stuff is sexy, unisex. Women can wear it as well, but you only need 2 sprays. You only need 2 sprays because you're gonna be out of here. All right, outer space folks can probably smell you when you smell this. This is incredible. This is just one of those ones. Performance is wild. I will wash this on your clothes as well. Like you can see this dark purple ambery juice in this bottle. It will stain lighter clothing, so be careful, guys. But if you want beast mode performance, but you want it where it remains sexy, it remains mysterious and curious, looking at this one from the house of Paris Corner, we have Oud Satin Oud Satin from the Ministry of Oud line. And last but not least, this one right here is one that I never recommend for what it's cloning. But I wore it the other day because it's just been sitting, and it's macerated very, very well. From the house of Lattafa, we have Assad. And this is another story of maceration. I got this fragrance at the same time I got this. I got the clone from Alexandria fragrance, ETE Sauvage Elixir, which in my opinion, I think is the best clone the best bang for your buck that you can get for Dior Sauvage Elixir. But this right here has changed, bro. I wore this the other day and I said, wow, I just don't remember it being this smooth. I don't remember being as balanced as it has become. The spices and the sweetness and just the overall punch of this thing has become more pleasant to me. This was just kind of all over the place when I got my bottle, and I don't know if it was just put together and shipped out to me. I have no idea. But when I say all over the place, it was different notes in here that weren't settling good. It was screechy, it was loud, it was annoying when I first got it. But once it settled down throughout a couple of wearings, it was good. But I didn't like the experience. But I wore this the other day and I was completely different. Great, great, great affordable clone of Dior Sauvage Elixir. I do recommend it now, but I'm going to recommend it upon you letting it sit and let it macerate after a few wearings. Now I get it, you're gonna want to wear yourself and wear it, but trust me, over time, this will get better. And I've heard a few reviewers say that it will get better, and I can attest to that. This is amazing, strong stuff. Lasts all day long on your skin, on your clothing. And this is just one of them ones, if you want to be noticed all day long and not have to sacrifice performance in any way, look into this one. From the house of Lattafa, we have Lattafa's Assad. And I almost got rid of this, but I think I'm going to hang on to it because it definitely adds some other elements that the Alexandra doesn't offer, or even Dior Sauvage Elixir. All right, so that's going to wrap up today's video, man. Beast Mode clone fragrances. Shout out to the Smell Good family for commenting on these videos and requesting these styles of videos and this type of content. I got y'all, man. I got y'all. All right, so hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite clone fragrances that really perform, that could be beast mode. I would love to see what they are. Put me on to something, man. Put your boy on to something, man, that I might not know about. All right, so until next time, y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. Splack up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world, yes, you, is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, y'all be cool. Splackle.